Good afternoon, everybody. It's Saturday, and once again, I should have known that somebody was going to come. I'm glad they did come, actually. We had a really great conversation. I got some tea, so I'm just going to give you guys a few minutes to join. And we're going to talk about the conversation that I had with the witnesses. So, if anybody joined the last live, you would know. Well, I'll wait for you guys. I'll wait for you guys. I will wait for everybody to come so I can spill the tea. Let me know, whoever is watching, let me know in the chats. Say hello. I want to see how you guys are doing. It's a beautiful sunny day in Florida. It was raining last night and it was raining on and off this morning. And I love the sound of rain. But for some reason, the weather gets me sick. Like, I get migraines. And that's probably why I had such a horrible migraine last night. But I'm so glad that that brother came back to my door this morning. So okay, well I'll do a catch up. I'll do a catch up. If you didn't catch the live last time, um, a few days ago, maybe like 2 days ago. Oh, hi Yvonne, how are you? Okay, so I'm gonna give you a recap. All right, story time. So like what, 2 days ago was it? A few days ago, there was a brother and a sister that came to my door, Jehovah's Witnesses, and I was really caught off guard. Like I didn't have my makeup, I didn't have nothing. It was horrible, and I didn't have anything prepared, right? So we just got into a regular conversation, let him do his presentation, everything. And then I got a bunch of publications. I got the invite to the memorial, I got the invitation to start a Bible study, and a brochure. Return to Jehovah, the one that was in that cringy music video. So I didn't read it all, but I was looking at the pictures, and then that's what the life was about. Okay, so let me fix this here. All right. So I was so excited to get all of the publications and everything, right? I was fangirling over the fact that I haven't spoken to Jehovah's Witnesses directly in like over 5 years. So I took the publications and I totally forgot to get his name, number, nothing, right? And I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to wait till they do a return visit on me. And it feels so weird to be on the other side of the door because I literally grew up in this religion going door to door since the time that I can remember. And I remember doing return visits on people and feeling exactly how they're feeling. Like I could look in their eyes and I can tell what they're feeling, right? But anyways, I was so happy that they did a return visit because I was thinking, man, are they gonna come? Like, what's gonna happen? And I guess the impression was made that I might return to Jehovah, right? Because I haven't been to the Kingdom Hall. And I gave a little description of like, my mom don't talk to me, yada yada, but whatever. So I got the return visit today, guys. I didn't even know, like, I don't even keep track of time or the days anymore. I don't know what it is, but like, I should have known today was Saturday and that the Jehovah's Witnesses weren't gonna come. But then, the memorial's on Sunday. So I'm thinking, are they really gonna do a return visit on me before the memorial? Because I don't remember doing that. Like, we were in total preparation for memorial. We were not doing return visits, but that was just me, right? So I didn't know they were gonna come today. Whatever. So they come knocking on my door. Literally 2 hours ago, this happened. And I finally got his name, his number, and the Zoom because I remember everybody telling me in the last chat, oh, you're like, you don't have to go in person, don't go. Because I was thinking of going on Sunday. And then I was like, I mean, I could go in pants now. It's easier to go, right? But Plant City is like 45 minutes away from me. So it's pretty far. But they said, oh, you should have asked for the Zoom, right? So I was like, oh my God, you're so right. I should have just asked for the Zoom, but I didn't even know his name or his number. So he came today. He gave me the Zoom. He gave me all the information. He gave me the Kingdom Hall, the congregation, and then his name and their number. This time he brought his wife. So last time it was somebody else. And this brother is actually an elder. So this was a perfect person to talk to, right? And so we had a real good conversation today. So I wanted to tell you guys how the return visit went. It feels so weird because I used to talk about these things with other witnesses and be like, "Oh, you're not gonna believe it. My return visit said this, and you're writing down your notes and what to talk about next time." Okay, so after he gave me all of this information, I told him, thank you for coming back because I totally forgot to ask you your name and your phone number, and and then we got into talking about his wife was trying to talk to me, so he was writing and everything, and then the woman is trying to talk to me, right? So I let her talk to me. She asked a couple of questions, and I knew that it's probably because they're curious. They want me to like give details, right? So I was like, I loved it because this is the moment that I was like, let me see if I could tell them like what's up. So we got into talking about I was straight up. I was straight up and I was honest. And I said, listen, my family doesn't talk to me anymore. My mom stopped talking to me about 6 months ago or more, last year. And the reason why she stopped talking to me was because I decided that I was going to go to a church. I started going to an Orthodox church last last summer around May. And then my mom stopped talking to me by the end of that summer. She was like, you abandoned your faith and that's false religion. And that's why I'm not going to talk to you anymore. And I told her, well, I don't know why you're doing that because we have freedom of religion. And just because I go to a different church, it's still Christianity. So I did not abandon my faith. And that was the fight. It was like I was fighting to prove that I was still Christian. And I'm like, I don't have to do this. I don't have to explain to you anything. I know what I'm doing. I'm still Christian. And you should be able to respect that. Hello, ST. Ruby, you are brave. Oh, thank you. It took a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? Like it took a lot of arguments and saying the wrong things a lot of times to get it right, because now that I'm not bitter and I'm not angry, I can actually talk to them and have a real conversation. You know what I mean? But with my mom, it's a completely different story. We will not get like 5 words in before she'll start an argument. So I don't talk to people like that. So I told her, listen, you can go. I don't care. It's not like these conversations are helping me, you know, unfortunately, and you're my mom. So whatever. So, anyways, this is what I'm telling the sister right at my door. I'm telling her the whole thing with me and my mom. And she's listening and she's nodding her head. And I'm like, so yeah, that's why I feel like it was like a violation of freedom of religion, because to be honest, I still believe in Jehovah. I still believe in Jesus. And, my mom used to say things to me like, you abandoned your faith, and when Armageddon comes, you're gonna die, and your kids are gonna die in Armageddon and stuff like that. Like she would really like say things like that. And I used to always tell her, like, are you listening to yourself? Do you know what you sound like? Telling your own daughter that if the end of the world comes tomorrow, that I'm gonna die and like not be resurrected or something, and that innocent children are gonna die just because their mother is not a just because their parents are not Jehovah's Witnesses. You don't make any sense, because first of all, we're not supposed to be judging who's gonna be going to paradise or who's not going. Second, how do you know my heart condition or what I'm learning about or anything? Because when I try to talk about Jesus or Jehovah or whatever, you don't even let the conversation happen. So how do you know what I'm learning or what, like what changed for me? So you don't really care about what I believe in. You don't really care what I'm looking into. You just care about yourself and your religion. And just because I'm not a witness anymore, because you said so, I'm not gonna survive Armageddon. Hey, Kevin. Hey Ruby, you are a Christian now. As a JW, you call yourselves Christians, but you never were walking in the footsteps of Jesus. Exactly. So I would tell her something like that. I would be like, Mom, I'm actually a real Christian now because I'm learning how to be a real Christian. And it's completely different than what I grew up with. So I feel like I'm doing the right thing now, right? So I'm telling the sister this, and she agrees with me, right? And this is what I love because she said it herself. Yes, Jehovah is the only one who can judge, and I said exactly. So when my mother was telling me these things, that was the rift between us, and it would always start an argument, and I had to like try to use what she believes in on her. Like I had to switch it around and be like, how can you say who Jehovah is save or whatever, right? And do you really think that Jehovah is going to kill innocent children who haven't had a chance to make a dedication for themselves, as a Jehovah's Witness? So what if a child doesn't get baptized? Then what? If Armageddon comes just because he's not baptized, he's gonna die? No. Like, does that make any sense? So even as a witness, I used to think this way. So not that I'm not a witness, it's like even more validation that you guys got it all wrong. Even if I am not, practicing or whatever, God is not going to condemn an innocent child, right? Wait, hold on one second. Okay. So then we go into talking, right? And then the sister tells me at the door, you know what? Everybody, some parents, they get scared and they don't know how to react when their child, tells them things or like whatever. Like she was, I guess, insinuating that because I told my mom that I wasn't going to be a witness anymore, that was like a shocker, and that maybe she didn't know how to react or she was afraid or whatever. And hey, Snap, finally I made it to a stream again. What's good, Ruby? How are you? Yeah, I'm doing good. Yo, you missed it. The last live was Jehovah's Witnesses came to my door. I don't know if you saw it already, but if you did, you already know the story. Everybody here knows the story. But I'm catching up because they did a return visit on me, which means that they follow up with you. And I'm glad that they did because I didn't get any of his information, so I'm glad that they did. Okay, wait, let me get back to these comments. I'm so sorry. I was here talking. But Jehovah reads hearts. Yeah, exactly. So Jehovah knows. I watched it. That's hilarious. Yep. Life has been hitting you with back-to-back crazy moments lately. What is that? You see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know I don't want to be superstitious or whatever, but ever since I started this channel, it's been getting real. Like, people been contacting me. Thank God my mother has not talked to me. Yo, I don't know why this is blurring out. Like, that's really annoying. But anyways, yeah, like the witnesses came to my door, and when they came to my door, I was like, oh no. Like, they better stop playing with me. Okay, I am so sorry. I don't know why I'm blurring out. Hello from Holland. Wow, hello. I'm in Florida. That is crazy. Hello, XJW here. Hi. I like your channel. Thank you. Okay, so this is story time. Sorry, guys. Let's get back to the story. Okay. Let me get back into the story. So I'm telling the wife how my mom was treating me and just telling me like I'm gonna die at Armageddon and that my kids are gonna die just because we're not Jehovah's Witnesses. And I told the sister, that doesn't sound right. Jehovah doesn't judge. And she said, exactly. I mean, well, yeah, exactly. Jehovah judges, not us. Right. Okay. Whoa, I almost misspoke there. But anyways, she says maybe your mom was just afraid, when your children tell you something, maybe she's just afraid and that's how she reacted. And I was like, well, yeah, I mean, you don't see a problem with that. You don't see a problem with the fear mongering, because basically she is afraid that because I am thinking for myself and making my own decisions and going to another church that she considers false religion, Christendom or whatever, because of her fear she's shunning me because of her fear. She's not even listening to me as a person anymore. She's just taking what she believes as fact, and that's it. And then she goes so far as to say, well, you're gonna die at Armageddon and your kids are gonna die. So she's trying to scare me back into the kingdom hall, and that doesn't sound right. And they're listening to me. Yo, the whole time, the brother did not speak. It was just me and her. Like, I was looking at her, she was looking at me, and she was understanding me. And I was really, really grateful. Really grateful for that. Okay. Hello from Cali. Oh, that is so cool. Hi. The Watchtower bots attacking your chat. Yo, stop it. Stop it. I don't want to get too conspiracy. So I'm not going to even go there. Hi from Edinburgh, Scotland. Wow. Oh my God. Yo, this is so crazy how we could connect like this, right? Like, oh my God, I'm so shocked. JW is saying Jehovah reads hearts is cognitive dissonance. Florida, my father was from Tampa. He just died. He was a presiding overseer that was a hardcore JW and wouldn't speak to me for years, even though I wasn't dissed or DF. Yeah, I'm in Tampa actually. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm in Tampa. So after I go into the whole lecture about how my mom treated me and stuff like that, I was letting her know that that's another reason what like it bothered me that my mom wasn't respecting my freedom of religion. And I'm telling the sister, look, if you want to be a Jehovah's Witness, you could be a witness. I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with some of the things that they're teaching. And I have a problem that they don't respect the fact that if I wanted to grow up and go to another church, they don't have any freedom of religion. Because just because I'm going to a church, I'm going to lose my family, lose my mom. So there's something wrong with that. And they agreed with me. They were all nodding their heads. They were listening to me, agreeing with me. And then I told them I had to. You get born and called about free will, yet when you exercise your free will to leave, they punish you. That's not how God works. Exactly. Yo, you just read my mind. Because I was sentenced that the next subject that I into with them. Sorry, I don't even know how to talk anymore. Growing up, we're always told that Jehovah gives us free will. I say this all the time. If hypothetically, I don't want to serve Jehovah anymore, I don't want to be a Jehovah Witness, I don't want to be a Christian, that is still an option that God gives us because he gives us free will, even if we don't want to worship him. And when I was growing up and I was 16, 17, that is the argument that I threw to my mother. I said, listen, if I don't want to go to the meetings anymore, if I don't want to study anymore, but you're forcing me to do these things and I don't want to do it, then am I serving Jehovah in vain? Yes, it is in vain because it's not coming from the heart. And how many times have we been in the Kingdom Hall, watchtowers, publications, talking about doing things from the heart, how to have zeal for worshiping Jehovah, to go preaching and for things to come from the heart, and that we're supposed to be, like real about everything, that we're not supposed to be doing it for status or, social stuff. We're not supposed to be doing it as like an aesthetic. Like, that's why I hate these new JWs on Instagram and stuff like that, because they only go into the conventions and stuff to look good. And it's like, no, this was actually like a real religion. Like, it used to be something that it came from the heart. And I always used to tell my mom, what you're making me do, forcing me to stay in the religion that you want to do. You this way. You were preached to, and bad things happen into your life, and that's what held you and to these people. And I always used to tell her, if it wasn't for those experiences, do you really think you would be a Jehovah's Witness? Like, honestly, I don't think so. But because of all of the bad crap that happened in her life, and when the Jehovah's Witnesses came into contact with her, and then when she became an adult, that's the religion that you chose. Good for you. But for me, I was born into this. It's not like I chose it. And then I got baptized at 10 years old, which is super young. and they are applauding this like, oh wow, what a great decision. Basically you're saved from the age of 10 years old. You're saved, you should be proud, you should be happy. And it was like, no, that was supposed to be a depression cure, because when I was 10 years old I was going through a lot of depression and anxiety and getting bullied at school, and I was just dealing with so much that my mom was basically saying, if you get baptized, things are gonna change. It's gonna be a cure all. You're gonna feel better. You're gonna have all of this and more. Because I'm like, I'm already in the community. So I don't need to get baptized to get more friends. Like I don't need I don't need to do this for anything other than what I felt I need, because I was depressed and I was like, I need to show Jehovah that I am serious, and I want to dedicate my life to him because I want to serve God forever, you know? So that's where, that was coming, being a Jehovah's Witness was coming from for me. Ruby, have you ever watched the Six Screens channel? They attack the host all the time, but his show is a call-in show. It's on in about 2 hours. I tuned in one of the times and I joined the chat. And actually, a long time ago when he had, I think her name was Rami, when he had her on, when she was like doing interviews and stuff like that, I called in one time and I spoke. Do you have to be a Jehovah's Witness to serve God? What church did Christ go to? Exactly. That's what I used to say all the time. So for her to say something like, oh, you abandoned your faith just because you don't go to a Kingdom Hall, I was like, false. On the contrary, I am more of a Christian because I actually believe in the real Jesus, like the real version of Christianity, not some watered down schism that happened in the 1800s. I actually started looking into church history, the original church, from 2000 years ago. Like I was watching YouTube videos, I was doing this, I was doing that, and then I go to the church, and just because of that, you're not gonna talk to me? So that don't make any sense. So anyways, I'm telling the sister this, right? What else did I tell her? Oh, I brought up the governing body changes. And this is when I looked at the man in the eyes, like, because he was on the steps first and she was like lower. And this is when I looked at the brother directly, and because I know he's an elder. And I said, did you see the new updates? And he got a smile on his face. All of a sudden, he's super happy and bubbly. And he was like, yes, oh my God, I can't believe it. And then I was like, so you don't, I don't know. Well, how do you feel about that? Because honestly, it didn't go well for me. It was like a 50-50. I was like happy because good things were happening. Policy was being changed a little bit. But other than that, everything else, like the dress and grooming, was completely stumbling for me, I guess you would say, because I'm like, I'm bothered that the dress and grooming has changed. And she goes on to the whole talking point of, oh, back then it was about the rebellion and society was different, and it was stumbling or whatever. And I was like, exactly. And then she said, oh, times have changed. So these changes are going along with the like societal change. And I'm like, you see right there what you just said? Times have changed, but the Bible doesn't change. God doesn't change. So these changes that I'm seeing, it doesn't make any sense, because for those rules to be in the first place doesn't make any sense either, because there was nothing wrong with having a beard. In Bible times, they all had beards, right? So I'm giving her the whole talking point. They were kind of silent for a minute. And I'm like, I've heard all the talking points. I know where you're coming from. But honestly, from a biblical perspective, things don't change. So the way I see it is that the organization is changing things as a company, as a corporation. That's what it feels like to me. It doesn't feel like it's a biblical change because the Bible doesn't change. And they could not disagree with me. I was so happy that it came out the way that it did, because I was like, that's how I truly feel. But I didn't know it was gonna come out that good. And they kind of just stood there like, well, it goes based on your conscience. And then that's when that came out, and you already know how many, like the same way they always say, oh, leave it in Jehovah's hands. When they say, oh, it's up to your conscience, that's when you have them up against the wall, because they can't say anything. So they say, oh, that just goes up to your Bible trained conscience, because before it could be a stumbling block for, the beards and the stuff like that. And I was like, okay, so what? Like, you don't go to church or go to Kingdom Hall to be looking at people's faces or what they're wearing. You're going there for church to worship. So it shouldn't be a problem. And they were just looking at me like, okay, I'm gonna pause the story and get to the comments because this is I gotta get to everybody. I'm sorry. Okay. YouTube channels from Florida. Lori Jane from Finding Lori Jane. JW Escape, Elaine Bales. What's Up Watchtower, Robin and Mike Thompson. Coffee with Christine and Sarah. We're in Pioneer School with Lori Jane. Oh, cool. Okay, I'm gonna save this comment. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, that's cool. What if I should reach out to them? Because I'm in Tampa. Being a JW is about obeying and being controlled by the governing body. The Order of Jehovah's Witness, the governing body, and Freemasons. Yeah, I kind of know a little bit about that. Hearing you talk Orthodox stuff about the schism goes hard. Yeah, right. That was the point that started convincing me of orthodoxy. Yeah, exactly. Because as a Jehovah's Witness, you see, this is what backfired for my mother, because she raised me with the, what do you call it? Like the researching type of mind. Like, you should always search for the truth. You should always do your research. You should always read the Bible. You should always look at the library. You should always, look at different sources. So that's why I get confused how indoctrinated she could be, because you taught me how to think critically somewhat. And now that I'm actually doing it, like I'm really doing it. Now you have a problem with it? That doesn't even make any sense. So now that I'm searching the truth about the truth, and I'm letting you know that what you taught me and what you think you know is true is not true, all of a sudden I'm the bad guy. So I'm like, no, you got this wrong. You actually taught me a good thing. That was the one good thing that came out of being a Jehovah's Witness, was searching for the truth. And when I started researching what was the original church, what was the original, customs of, after Jesus died, yada yada, Orthodoxy came up and Catholics came up. And then it was like I had to make a decision. And I was like, well, let me do a little bit more research. But so far, Orthodoxy was the closest that I can get to the truth about certain things. And I agreed with it. And now my mom has a problem with it. And I'm like, I'm sorry for you, but if you want to be a Jehovah's Witness, go right ahead. I don't have a problem. But you're going to shun me because I went to another church. Well, you are shunning me. You are going to shun me because you're violating my basic human right of freedom of religion. 1919 doctrine that Jehovah or Jesus chose the Bible students as a true religion was always suspect. Yeah, that's a whole other. They don't even tell us about what happened about the Bible students. That DVD that shows a little bit about them, how they broke away because they had a disagreement or whatever, and that's it. They don't even tell you the juice. Like, who knows? I gotta do research. Paul was the biggest apostate, yet his faith was stronger in Christ than it was in the Sanhedrin. He walked in spirit rather than following men. What up? Hello. Ruby on fire for the truth. Yeah, I mean that's all I can do. You know what I mean? It's like coming out of something like that is crazy because I never had any exposure to anything. So now that I am free, so many things, it's like it could be overwhelming, but that's why it took me 5 years. It took 5 years to look at literally the entire world and history and just history of religions and stuff like that. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. It's a lot. It's a journey. But what happened to we are no part of the world? Yo, that's what she said. She said that the reason why the changes happened to begin with, when I brought that up about the biblical stuff, she said it was so that we are no part of the world. I said, exactly. Exactly. That's how I grew up. We were the Jehovah's Witnesses that were no part of the world. We were different. We were doing everything different. We were going door to door. We were, having Bible studies. We were having discussions. We looked different. We acted different. We put a new personality. Like literally, this is what I'm telling her, and she's nodding her head in agreement. And I'm like, exactly. So you don't see a problem with the new governing body updates? And then it was like she did it like a robot. It went, well, so the times have changed. And, with the society, it's more acceptable for brothers to have beards now. And then I was like, yeah, but we're supposed to be no part of the world, like what you just said. So I had to backtrack with her. And then at the second attempt, she said, well, you know what? There is going to come a day when we have to look similar to the rest of the world. And I was like, oh, so you see what I'm saying? It's a fear tactic. So the fear mongering is now it's like another level, because now for you guys to accept this in your mind, right? Like who cares if you have a beard or not? But for you guys to accept it, you guys have to be told that, well, one day they're going to go door to door and they're going to start arresting Jehovah's Witnesses and they're going to turn against religion. And this is when we know the end is coming. And I'm like, you see? So that's problematic for me, because that's a lot of fear. And you shouldn't be worshiping God and going to Kingdom Hall just because you're afraid that one day is going to become like Nazi Germany and they're going to go door to door and rip you out of your homes. Oh, but if you have a beard or you have pants, you could pass by as a worldly person? Like what? That doesn't even make any sense. We're not supposed to be anything of the world. And I agree with that. And I told her, well, just like you said about the conscience matter, I'm sorry, but my conscience doesn't allow these changes. I don't accept them. And because to be honest, I am a conservative Christian. I am a conservative Jehovah's Witness. Like, even if I wanted to be a Jehovah's Witness, these changes would not fly with me. I'm sorry. I grew up with the rules. That's it. It's like I'm a JW boomer all of a sudden, because all of these new changes and the new kids on the block. Like, no. Sit down. Shave your beard. Look straight. Sit up straight. Have your children sitting and paying attention for 2 hours. I don't want to hear no crying. You know what I mean? Like, I'm I'm joking. I'm joking. But you get what I'm saying. That's why I left. I saw all these changes in prophetic interpretation. Yeah. You should call him tonight. Oh my God. No way. And let him talk to you. He would love to talk to you. Your demographic is exactly the one they want to talk to. I'm telling you, you'll blow up overnight for real. Bro, you don't even know how nervous and anxious I am just doing this. Oh my God. I'll think about it. I don't know. I actually I went on his website and I sent like a message and I was like, "Hey, do you know?" Because somebody told me that he probably would, he would know like about the protests going on and stuff like that, about the special assemblies, and I was like, "Yeah, I heard that there was a gonna be a protest, and I want, if there's a protest, I'm going. Like, I'm done being the silent majority. Majority? Yeah, I'm done being silent. I'm definitely gonna go if there's one. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm nervous. I don't want to even think about it. I don't want to think about it. I'm nervous. Maybe lack of beards could be a stumbling block. Anything could be a stumbling block to someone. Yeah, exactly. That's why you're supposed to just follow the Bible. And that's what I told her. It don't matter who, what, where, when, how. I don't care what the governing body says. You're supposed to follow what the Bible says. And that's kind of like where we left it off, to agree to disagree, because I was like, these changes, it doesn't feel right. And then he tried to justify it with scriptures. No, the Bible doesn't change. Jehovah does not change. So it is what it is. That's it. But anyways, they want to cry the fear thing. Oh, the governments are gonna turn on us one day. I had an issue with beards 30 years ago, and the elders admitted there was no scriptural basis. Exactly. That's why they can't say anything when you say stuff like that. And this is exactly why I want to talk to Jehovah's Witnesses. If I could, I don't know if I should start a Bible study, because during these Bible studies, these sessions, one on one, you like no group thinking, no congregation, no kingdom hall, one on one discussions. This is exactly the kind of points that I would bring up. Like, let's read the scripture again. Let's read a different translation because I don't trust your translation, you know? And really have like a deep conversation about everything. Because, they already know my situation, basically. Good morning. Well, it's afternoon for me, so good morning to you. The beard prohibition came from Rutherford versus Russell. It's Rutherford's policy, not Bible dollars. Yeah, I know. I didn't say that right there and then because she brought it up herself. She was like, yeah, Charles says Russell had a beard. And I was like, exactly. Like, you're proving my point. Stop it. I had an issue with the prohibition on beards in the 1960s. That could be a stumbling block. It's only a stumbling block if it stumbles them. Yeah. It's a personal issue. It should not be like a whole policy change. But that's why I told her it feels like a corporation. It feels like they're handing down these changes like it's supposed to trickle down. Like, no, we're supposed to follow the Bible. That's it. We're supposed to be worshiping God, not worrying about anything else. Watchtower is closer to being Jews than Christian. Those changes swung way too hard in the opposite direction. Rutherford was an atheist. Yeah. Yup. Hey, Teresa. Bible study streams would be a good way to help you get used to solo streaming. No, I'm not gonna get used to this. In every live, I am only here because I have something to say, a good story. It's story time. So the return visit is what brought me once again. Jehovah's Witnesses brought me here. Oh my God. But no, I'm not gonna be doing this regularly. I don't think so. Same thing with the Hasidic Jews. They look like penguins for no reason. Yeah, exactly. You could tell it's a cult. All right. So then what happened? Yeah, we talked about the governing body changes. I talked about what else did I say? Oh my God, now I gotta think about it because that was a really long conversation. They were like at my door for like 25 minutes, 30 minutes. And he mentioned the Bible study, and I was like, I'll think about it because I don't know yet. Oh. So after I explained a little bit more about like my mom, the way she was treating me, the way she was shunning me, I said basically the reason why I left ultimately was because of the way they treated me. Like, forget about the Bible, forget about what I believe in, forget about all that. The way that I was treated when I brought doubts, that's the number one thing. When you're a Jehovah's Witness and you bring up a doubt and you don't get an answer from your parent or whoever. In my instance, if my mom didn't give me the right answer, I was like I was skeptical. Like, once you already show that you're thinking twice about something, they go, oh, apostate, lie, whatever. And if you're gonna continue listening to them, then then you're as good as them. You're gonna die anyway. Who cares? And that's what I was trying to explain to them. Like, I was having doubts, and the way my mom treated everything was like, well, if you're not gonna accept this answer, then whatever. And I don't care. And if you don't call an elder and talk to an elder, then all well. Because I was like, I don't need to talk to an elder. I'm talking to you. So he was like, yeah, I mean, if you do have doubts, you should be able to bring them up and talk about them. And I was like, really? Yeah, exactly. We should be able to bring up our doubts and talk about them. But because, unfortunately, the way I was treated, that's really why I left. And so that, and I'm saying it because I'm thinking that this couple is actually like really nice. They're an older couple. They look like grandpa type. And I'm like, they look way more receptive with me, like literally giving, all of these details out because I said, you know what? Ultimately, my mother labeled me as an apostate, and that's why she don't talk to me no more because she had to demonize me for going to another church, for looking at outside sources, so that she has a reason to really shun me. And so they labeled me as an apostate. And they didn't have any reply to that. They were just looking at me and listening because I was pausing just to make sure if they wanted to say something, but they didn't say anything to me. They just kept nodding their head, and I told them, so you know what? I don't think that that's fair because you shouldn't be labeled something just because you're asking questions. I literally don't have any problems with the religion. It was the way I was treated. I found out other stuff about the religion like later on. But the way they treated me first was like, vete, like get out of here. So because of that, they labeled me an apostate. So I don't have a problem talking about the Bible. I don't have a problem learning about, whatever and having these discussions. I think that these conversations are supposed to be happening so that we can get a better understanding of everybody. You know what I mean? Like I even say it like here, like even in my bio on the YouTube stuff. I'm like, look, I am this way, but I respect all and other views. And if those people wanted to come and have discussions, like I did with Karen, like I did with Dan, like I did with Jerron, like I do with Sergio, like I do with everybody else, right? People that I've collaborated on my channel and the interviews and stuff. I don't have a problem doing that. We could talk about Christianity. We could talk about faith. We could talk about, spiritual stuff. We could talk about anything. I don't have a problem with that. I am everything to actually look these things up and see other people's perspective. I am more welcoming to that. So that's why I'm so happy that Jehovah's Witnesses knocked on my door because I'm like, you guys, man, I've been waiting for you guys. I want to talk to you guys. And Jehovah's Witnesses are a great reason to do Bible study videos, show off all the changed teachings and stuff. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was telling him. I was like, no, too many changes for me, and that don't work for me. They probably have so many whack interpretations. Yeah, exactly. And they would repeat it like as if I didn't hear the first time. And I'm like, yeah, but let's circle back, honey, because I literally just told you that just because the society changes doesn't mean that religion is supposed to conform to the times. Like, no, the Bible doesn't change, so that doesn't work with me. But you see, they chuckled, they giggled, they listened, and then they left. So I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen from here on, but I'm gonna keep this going for as long as I can. I want to keep the conversation open. I want to keep my door open. Like I'm letting them know, let's talk, let's do it because I have so many questions. Good morning. Why is everybody saying good morning? It's like 4 p.m. for me. Where are you guys from? But good morning. You still didn't say if you're going to the memorial, are you? You should. You can. You should. You can do an episode about the experience. Okay. Yeah. Tomorrow at 7:30. I might. I don't know. It's because it's so damn far away. It's like 30, 40 minutes. Like driving in Florida, 30 minutes is a long time. So I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. But I got the Zoom. So can I cheat and and do the Zoom? I don't know. I might. Who knows? If Watchtower Bible and Track Corp is a corporation, then who's on the board of directors, the governing body? Nope. Research the origin of Sierra Sun and the investors in the corp are Zionist Jews. Oh, what? Okay, okay. We're gonna get into that one day. Who knows? But I did tell her that. I told her, like, once I started doing research about the religion and how, Watchtower started and like the beginning days and stuff like that, I told her I'm actually reading a lot of books and I'm trying to learn about like the beginnings of everything, because literally that's what I thought the governing body is, like the board of directors. Because even my uncle told me the annual meetings, it's the same thing. It's how they run the company, the new updates, and then who's going to be appointed here, who's going to. So it's kind of like that annual meeting for. They want to make it seem like, oh, new updates and new light for us, but in reality, it's what they're doing up there. I told her, yeah, I'm reading books and I'm trying to learn as much as I can. Right? This is the book I will talk about. And I thought for a split second, should I show her? But I was like, nah, let me not show her. I'll show her this another time. I just got this book from my library. So, newsflash, everybody, if you don't know already, I'm going to start a book club with Sergio. And this is on the list. And so I ordered the books through my library because I want the books to be there literally for the public. I want everybody to know about, Jehovah's Witnesses and the cover-ups and stuff like that. So this is like a normal way of activism, is ordering these books for your library. So I just got this from my library and I started reading. I already read this. I mean, I didn't even know it was going to be this, but I already read it. But when this book comes up in the book club and we do the video about this book, oh my God. If you haven't read this, buy it, get it in your library, keep it handy, because we are going to do this for the book club. This woman is literally why I'm here today. Okay, all of the interviews that she did, all of the Dateline stuff that she did. If it wasn't for this woman, I would not be here today, because I had no clue about the cover up of CSA and stuff like that. And that's the only reason why I wanted to start my channel, was to tell people more about it, because even my uncle is on that list, on on the database that Watchtower doesn't want to give up. And so this woman was the whistleblower. And when I was reading her story, I literally had to take notes, because I was like, if I have to return this or like whatever, and we do the book club and the book comes up and I don't have it or whatever, I need these notes to keep forever, because this woman, what she did, everything that she did and still does, to me is like an inspiration. Man, I can't even, but she talks about a little bit about the beginnings of Watchtower, how Russell wasn't even the president or whatever. And she gives some names here of a banker. And I was like, what? I never even heard this name before. So I have to do research. Mira, that's it. That's it. I'm doing research for like the next month. What's an apostate? Paul was an apostate, but they don't hate him. Bro, I even said that on Sergio's live. That's exactly what I said. I was like, or was it one of my videos? I can't remember. But that's what I was saying. I was like, so what really is an apostate? Because when I was growing up, my mom told me, oh, an apostate is somebody who goes against Jehovah and they start their own church. Like they start their own religion. They start spewing their own ideas and they drive everybody away from Jehovah, like away from God, into darkness. And I was thinking, whoa, like an apostate is deserving of death, because whoever takes you away from God or whoever takes you away from the light is demonic, basically, right? Like, so you see what I'm saying? Like when your mind starts rolling with it, it's problematic, because I'm like, how could you say that I'm an apostate? I'm not spewing lies and bringing people against Jehovah. I want to bring them to Jehovah. What are you talking about? But in Barbara's book, she has definitions of words, right? And she got apostate in here too. And I was like, whoa. This is, you got to read this book. It's crazy. I have my goat cheese, crackers, and wine ready. Yay! I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to have to get my favorite wine, my favorite everything. And I started playing around with edits and stuff like that, with like calming music and like bringing the whole vibe of like the book club. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. And it feels so good. I can't wait to bring it to you. It's like a project. Good afternoon. Religion is a snare and a racket. Watchtower Society. Yeah, I know. I can't even remember how many times did we hear that, right? It's 6:52 a.m. here in Australia. Damn. You wake me up against my will to watch you. Oh my god. No. I'm sorry. But damn, that's crazy. Ruby can't be touching the Jew question this early in her YouTube. Oh my god, no. I know about it. I ain't gonna say nothing. Oh my goodness. That was funny. Oh my goodness. You stop being so timid. You're really a tigress. Okay, call the 6 screens or go to the memorial both. We will see what happens. I don't know. Um, is she the lady at the corporate offices that reported CSA? Yes, yes, she is. And she wrote like it's like a quick thing about her, quick thing about how she was working in at the branch in Watchtower for like 10 years and stuff like that. Yeah, and then she left Bethel before she exposed, so she got receipts. And if it wasn't for her, I probably would have not woken up, because that was like the video that was shown to me, because my child's father was like, "Don't bring my son to the kingdom." And I was like, "Why?" And then he showed me all of this, and it was because of her, like literally. And once I started watching her, watching videos, watching the case, Candace, Conti, and everything, I was like, okay. I didn't even put up a fight. I was like, fine, I'm not gonna bring him anymore. That was really like an eye opener. I stopped going down the rabbit holes the past 2 years for my mental health's sake, but I have scores of jokes and banter I still put out there for the fun of it. Yeah. Did you manage to uncork that one wine bottle from the Yo, you remember that? Yes. I had to go to Publix and buy one. And then I didn't even know how to use it. So, my husband opened it, and then we tasted it, and it was so disgusting. Oh my god. It was so sore I'm sore. Oh my god. Sour. It was so sour and disgusting. So I'm gonna have to buy a new one, and I'll have that for the book club. Oh my god. The Watchtower is owned by people that are non J Dubs? What? Most likely Juba. What? What? You I'm over here squinting once again, forgetting that I have these damn glasses. And the brightness to my computer was down, so sorry. Okay, let me see. Hold on. But I'm not sure they're very secretive. The governing body are only window dressing. They are puppets for the owners of the company. Yo, Kevin, stop playing with me. I need source. Source. Oh my god, that's scary. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I don't think I want to go down there just yet. I don't know. Ay ay ay, that's crazy. I started doing the memorial at my home, and yes, I ate the bread and drank the wine. Oh, interesting. I didn't even think about that. Ruby, hello. Oh no, and the wine was sour. That sucks. All that effort and embarrassment for nothing. Exactly. I was thinking it was gonna taste good. No, it did not taste good. But I'm gonna get the one that I like. And Walgreens. Like, I can't even believe it. They got it in Walgreens up the block. It's only dollars. So I'm like, I don't know what it is, but that cheap wine is mad good. Hi. Oh my goodness. You see how fast an hour almost passes by? Like I've been here for like 50 something minutes. I can't even believe it. But anyways, yeah, I was like, if you could give me the Zoom, give me the Zoom, because I'll just watch the talk or whatever on Zoom, and then that's it. And then they left. Right after he left, he sent me. Oh, I gave him my name and my number too. So as soon as he left, he sent me a text message. And he's like an old man, so I was like, oh, damn, that was quick. But yeah, they were really a sweet couple, and I'm gonna keep this up for as long as I can. Like I already told him, they view me as an apostate or whatever, but I don't like putting labels on people and stuff like that. So I don't mind having these discussions with you guys if you wanna come again or whatever. And then he said, yeah, so let us know if you ever want to come to the Kingdom Hall. We'll come pick you up. And I was like, let me let you go. Bye. I was like, hell no, I'm not going to that Kingdom Hall. I can't tell you all, but I'm very worldly. Yo, if you have any sources or articles or anything, email them to me. I have my email in my bio. You can definitely email me anything, and then I'll look into it or read it or whatever. But that's kind of scary for me. Like when I first found out that they had presidents, because I thought it was all 8 members, or however many they are. And then when I looked up the name and everything, like he I don't even know if he's a governing body member, but he was like a president or whatever. I was like, who's this? And then I'm like, like it got me scared, and I was like, like having anxiety attacks. So I don't even know if I'm ready to even know the truth about that. I don't know. I'm just comfortable now actually talking to Jehovah's Witnesses and just talking about the Bible. So I'm comfortable with the Bible and comfortable talking about Christianity. I don't know if I could deal with any more any more red pills about the Watchtower. You're gonna have to give it to me easy. Give it to me easy. Kevin Warren isn't lying. I read a book called Bloodlines of the Illuminati, and there's a chapter called Russell Family and the. Stop it, yo! I'm gonna star that because I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna look that up. You know what? That's what they were saying on Jimmy's live. Did you see Jimmy Bell's live? Then they showed the video. They showed like a video about it too. But before that, there was this woman on there with him, and she was talking about the bloodlines and stuff like that. Oh my god, this is mind blowing. Yeah, she was talking about that. Oh my god, I have to look into that damn first rabbit hole. Yup. Oh my goodness. Darth Ligma, if I'm gonna email you the link of the live that I saw. Is another ex Jehovah's Witness. His name is Jimmy Bell. Bro, when you see that video, stop. Forget it. Forget it. Yo, I just Googled that shit and Google gave me a warning. We're gonna get put on the government list. That's it. Oh my goodness. Look into what Sierra pointed out. This has to be really good for Google to be flagging it. Oh my god. Yes. I'm gonna see if I could get the book too. What sector you from? What you mean sector? What? Is it the Hunger Games or something? What you mean sector? I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm dumb, okay? Sorry. The disclaimer out there. Sometimes I'm retarded. Or dumb. Sorry, I don't want to say that word if it offends anybody. Dead serious reading that gave me a nervous breakdown. You see what I'm saying? Stop it. Stop it. Am I gonna choke on that pill? Reading that gave me a nervous breakdown, but I was just waking up from the cult coma permanently. Yeah, yeah. Oh my god. Okay, I'll tell you this. The billions they made selling properties, they put right back into worldly companies and more real estate. All this end of the world stuff is BS. I agree with that. I kind of know that. You know what? Aside from the CSA issues, I was shown some of the tax what they call it, tax returns or tax filings of some sort from Watchtower, and they had like stocks or something from companies that were into like the military and stuff like that, or was it cigarettes or something like that? I don't know what it was. And when I saw that, I was like, why does Watchtower have stocks or investments into tobacco or into manufacturing of war stuff? Like, why would they have that? And my mom says stuff like, oh, because they inherit it from a trust or from somebody who died or whatever. They why keep it. And I'm like, yeah, but if they saw that these investments was in conflict with Bible principles and values, why would they keep it? So once again, morally, on a moral level, is wrong. So that was another waking up for me. And that was back in like 2014, 2015. So who knows? I could imagine, who knows? I hope our names are touchy. What? You stop it. Yo, probably because back then I was getting my Twitter suspended. I was getting everything suspended over the Hunting by the laptop, and I couldn't even believe that Jimmy went to the Capitol on J6. Eh, Listen, he's a legend. He is a legend. I have to show you who he is. He's a legend, and he's so red pill. He's so like conspiracy. Like he's awake, and he's right up my alley. Like I like that guy so much. But yeah, I think we're gonna make the list real soon. I watched Joel Christie interview yesterday. He's in Florida. He woke up recently at age 80. Oh, um, what was the channel? Borean something, right? I think I saw that. He resigned as an elder after asking one question of a fellow elder. Oh, the juice. Yeah, I need to finish that interview. I started watching it. Yeah. After our J6 days were definitely being. Listen, I had no parts or opinion about J6, and I haven't since. Okay? Stop it. For any fans watching, neither of us were at the Capitol. Exactly. Stop it. I was there in spirit. I was definitely there in spirit. J6 was a setup. Nancy Pelosi and the feds, free from the political prisoners in DC. Fook. The feds. Oh no! You just activated. A whole nother audience in my chat, bro. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is gonna be a topic for another segment. Like I'm gonna talk about politics. I'm gonna talk about religion. I'm gonna talk about all of it. So whenever I do that, I'm gonna be looking for you guys. Asked about the Watchtower investment folio, one of the companies. Pfizer. Oh my god. What? Oh my goodness. This is a whole conspiracy. No, 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 no. I'm gonna have to do a thing on this. I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna have to dive into this rabbit hole. That's crazy. That's crazy. I have opinions on J6 that piss off even everyone in this chat. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yo, in my other live during the end, I was mentioning like a little bit about politics and stuff like that. And I already got that one comment like, oh, well, you start your day at 12 noon. It seems like this administration is doing well for you. And I was like, no, honey. I mean, I had to make a lot of sacrifices. I'm not going to pretend that just because this administration is here, that my life didn't change. Okay. Yes, politics really inflicted lives, like personal lives, and I had to change my lifestyle and give up things to put my children's education first and to literally change my whole lifestyle to afford to keep them home and for me to be home too. So because I was working before. Okay, so but with Trump, we could actually go out to eat. We could go for a drive down Tampa Bay to St. Pete to Clearwater and see the water. But now we can't even do that because gas is so expensive. And forget about the restaurants. Forget about that. Like the conscious spiritual black beef sectors on YouTube. Oh, I'm sorry. I have no clue about that. I am so sorry. I don't know nothing about that. Sorry. Ruby, have you seen the videos of the governing body members wearing Freemason signet rings? Yeah, I saw that on like Kim and Mikey's channel and stuff like that. They were doing like symbolisms and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I don't know. Like how can you I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at that. I don't know if I believe in that or not. I don't know. Or never talk about it because that's a topic that'll get this channel taken down faster than the Jews can say shut it down. Oh Lord. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean like more about post life coming out of the cult. Because before we had to be neutral, we couldn't have a political opinion, we couldn't vote. So those are other violations of basic human rights that I'm willing to talk about now. Because I just registered to vote like in 2018, and then I had to switch parties. I had to like there's a whole journey of that coming out of Jehovah's Witnesses. So that's what I want to talk about, and bring other people. If about voting, if anybody's interested in that, email me because yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. Borean Pickets was powerful. Is that? Yep, that's the guy. Yep, I'm gonna have to finish watching it. I wish my father was alive to see that. Yeah, you see? Exactly. Bendito, yeah, I'm so sorry. But that's exactly why I want to bring different age groups, different backgrounds, different everything to talk about how we move forward. How do we wake up? How do we, get how do we do research? How do we, come up with the stuff that we're doing now? Cause I don't know. I still feel like I'm super young. You know what I mean? Like I'm still super young, and I came out the cult super young, so I could only imagine the old ones. Okay, give me 1 second. I have a phone call. I'll be right back. Okay, that was quick. Um, okay, so I'm gonna have to go in about 10 minutes, but I'm gonna get through these comments first. Let's get through it. This is all lies. They use the Bible so they get all the money. They don't want to pay taxes. Everything they tell the J Dubs are all lies. The old saying is divide and conquer. Yeah, yo, no lies told. No lies told, bro. I saw that dumbass comment and I gritted my teeth, kept my knuckles. Hey, did you see my reply? Did you see my reply? Because I was like, honey, let's backtrack. Like, yo, people be really hating on that I'm a stay-at-home mom, or that I'm married, or that I homeschool my kids. Like, you may think it's better, but it's a lot of work going on behind the scenes. Like, I'm not just here, doing whatever I want. I'm not just here, being a bum. I may look like a bum, but I'm not being a bum. Like, there's work that has to be done. I have to teach 3 grades, and then I had to give up certain luxuries in life. Like, I had to downgrade my phone. I had to stop going out to eat. I had to stop doing, a lot of things to put other things first. But the administration didn't help with that. That didn't change anything, except that when Trump was president, we can have certain little, let's go to the park. Let's go to the, pay something to have fun, or, do whatever, like people be out here lying to themselves for no reason. No worries. I've learned to have an open mind. Opinions are all interesting. Yep, agreed. Okay, here we go with the conspiracy talk. Yo, we could talk a conspiracy. I believe in many conspiracy theories. Yo, let's not even get there. Let's not even get there. But if you want, we could do a whole segment about that. We could do a whole different live about that. And I don't know if you guys would come live on with me. I don't know if that's something of interest. You don't have to show your face or anything. Like the mic, you guys can talk, and we can all like do it together. So if you want to do that, let me know. I think the whole capital thing was a sting. Oh, hey, Ruby. Yep. Laptops, microwave tunnel, human trafficking. Oh, yeah. Don't get me started. Yep. Look at that. Tier 5 and Darth Ligma literally just became friends right now. In the chat, you guys are made for each other. I don't know if tier 5 is a male or female, or if you want to tell us, but you guys would be great friends. I could already tell. Oh my goodness. All right, everybody, I'm going to let you go here. It's already been like an hour and I have something to do. So, thank you for watching, and if there's any other updates, I'm going to let you guys know. Oh, if anybody is still here watching, I almost forgot. Tomorrow, 4:30 my time, Eastern Standard Time, 4:30, I'm going to go live with Chaka Yumba. So if you haven't already subscribed to his channel, do that. Put the notification on. He already has it scheduled because he is in the UK. He's in London, and for him, it's going to be 7:30 p.m. But for me, it's going to be 4:30. So I'm going to join his live talking about the memorial and whatever else he wants to talk about. So I'm going to do that with him tomorrow. So stay tuned. Put your alarms, whatever you got to do. We're going to do it. Being a housewife is probably one of the hardest jobs in the world. I did it once for 6 months and couldn't wait to go back to work. Oh, so you're a female? Or I'm confused. But yeah, I've been doing it for 10 years. I've only had a job. I've only had like 3 or 4 jobs in my whole lifetime, but it was like less than a year almost. And then my last job, I only kept it for like 3 years, but I was only working 4 hours a night. So it was useless. It was just something to do and make a little extra money, like less than $200, like 100 and something. But yeah, I've never like held a real job. Oh my God. Do you really believe the timing of the CSA stuff in Watchtower is being exposed after J6? Did you see Selena Vertolomo's video? Anthony Morris stuff that she went to North Carolina and she was accusing him of knowing about the whole child ring. Forget about it. I'm not gonna even be there. I'm not gonna get into it. I'll be there. Okay, cool. And you better be there for the book club too. Stop playing with me. We might premiere it. Not live, but we'll see. We'll see what we do. We might, whatever. I was Mr. Mom. Oh, okay. Hey, it's still good. You know what I mean? Like male or female, if you're really there for your children, you put them first, whatever the case may be. That's what I'm here for. So I'm here for it. I'm gonna retire in 4 years and be a stay-at-home dad. Oh, cool. That's cool. Look at that. We're about to be in the same boat real soon. We're about to be here all day. You have a good rest of your night. Night? It's only 4 o'clock. What you talking about night? What? I don't go to sleep until like midnight, 1 a.m., bro. Like what? Hello, Ruby. Good to see you again. Hey. Oh my goodness. I'm almost about to end it though. You could go back and watch it if you want. I can't promise anything about no book club, but we're gonna premiere the video though. Like you could join the chat. Stop playing with me. Stop it. Oh yeah, it's like 4 there. I'm used to these streams being like 8 your time. Excuse me. Yes, I went early this time because it's Saturday and the witnesses came to my door. It's like 1:22 here. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was about to say good rest of your night. Like, damn. What? Okay. Anyways, I loved it. Thank you guys for joining. The comments, the engagement was insane. Like, I don't even know if I finished my story or not. I don't know. But I got most of it out there. I hope that I don't sound like all over the place, but it's live. It's whatever. I'm gonna catch you guys next time. Whatever. Bye.